Woo, we are chasing daylight here. It is 4 p.m. I have an hour left of daylight, which is hopefully all that I need to film this video because I have been meaning to film this video for years now. I have a note on my phone from 2020 when I was like, this is the move. But I never felt qualified to film it. Even though I hit 50K or 100K, there was always a part of me that was like, it's not good enough, you need to wait. We're past thinking like that, and honestly, every single milestone on YouTube is something to be proud of. 100 subscribers, 1,000, being able to monetize, 50K, like getting the plaque, it's all something to be proud of. So we're just going to focus on that. But as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be sharing my advice for starting a successful YouTube channel, how to grow, how to monetize, how to earn money, and everything that I have learned. I have been doing YouTube for almost 8 years now, I think. No. Really? I started as a freshman in college in 2015 and it just took off from there. This has always been something that I love doing and every single milestone has been so exciting. So as I mentioned, I have a list on my phone of my biggest advice for starting a YouTube channel, my biggest tips, everything that I have learned throughout my years on the platform that I want to share with you today. I never knew the right time to upload this video, but I've had these tips written out for years at this point. And like I said, part of me just never felt completely ready or like I made it somewhere to be able to film, and I really wanted to be able to hit 100K before I filmed this video. I don't think you need to, but it was some sort of validation in my own mind to be like, okay, you made it, like you can share your advice now. And I've always wanted to post this at the beginning of the year because I know that a lot of people have on their New Year's resolutions to start a YouTube channel or to monetize or to start their own business, and social media and YouTube play a part in that. I don't believe that YouTube is a dying platform. I think it's changing, and we're going to talk about that and how to tackle the new algorithm with YouTube and kind of how the RPM and CPM have shifted over time, because if there's anything that I know from being on YouTube for almost a decade, it's that a lot can change and a lot has. So the tips or ways that a creator became popular in 2008 or 2018 is very different than the way that someone in 2023 might rise to success. Obviously, money, fame, followers, none of that is the definition of success. And I don't necessarily consider someone on YouTube to have reached fame, but there is some notoriety of some sort. But beyond all of that, you've gotta love it. You can't chase it for the fame or for the money or anything. It's gotta be a passion. And that's why I started, like, my biggest reason for starting a YouTube channel was to document my years, memories, people, like moments in my life. And I'm so glad I have. No one is going to pay you for the amount of work that you're about to put into this channel. The amount of hours that you're going to spend editing and filming, coming up with ideas, doing it all on your own, creating your thumbnails. Like, no one is going to give you the money that you think you deserve, which is why you have to love it. If you don't love it, you're not going to get anywhere. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have about 20 bullet notes on here of advice from YouTube and as well as monetizing and money. So we're just gonna get right on into it. I hope that you enjoy. Please give this video a thumbs up, and the best way to support me is to subscribe to this channel. So please hit subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'm glad you're here. Jumping right on in, my first tip to starting a successful YouTube channel is to be consistent. Consistency is sexy, and not only does consistency show your audience that you are reliable, but it shows the algorithm, and the algorithm will not push out one of your videos if you only post once every 3 months. But if you are consistent and the algorithm can count on you as well as your audience, your videos are going to do a lot better. And if you are posting once a week or twice a week, the algorithm sees that your views are high or your views are higher, the algorithm is going to keep pushing out your content because it's getting views. But if you don't post as often, I don't mean to like over explain this, I just really want to clarify that consistency is sexy. Not every single video is going to be a hit, but the important part is that you keep with it and you keep posting. Obviously, YouTube off the bat probably won't be your full-time priority. I remember being in college, taking like 20 credits, working full-time, balancing a relationship unsuccessfully, but that's beyond the point, and trying to post to YouTube twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays, while also being a junior and senior in college, commuting, serving in the evenings. I don't know how I did it, but a big thing that helped is that I would pre-film 2 to 3 videos at a time, so at least I had the content, and then every spare hour or minute that I had the footage. I just had to focus on editing. It can be harder if you're filming as you go. So I've always done this trick. Like right now it is February 1st when I'm pre-filming this. I don't know when you're going to see it, but I still have like 4 videos in front of this that I need to edit. But that has been the biggest thing that helped me, is pre-filming. Whatever it takes to maintain consistency, that is what you're going to strive for. Number 2 on my list is no idea is stupid, make it all. You never know what video is going to pop off. Like seriously, it blows my mind how the videos that I think will do well usually never do, and it's the most random videos that end up getting the most views sometimes. The results can sometimes be out of your control and so unexpected. So just make everything that you want to make. You can tell the sun is setting. It just got so dark. Oh, I need to become a morning person so that I can film more during the day. Oh my God, it just got so dark in here. Going off of that, if a video does do really well, ride the wave, meaning make it again. So for example, when I was a much smaller channel, I posted one of my most viewed videos now, but at the time it was one of those, I have no idea how this video will do, it'll probably flop, but it ended up being my most viewed video. I made a video about trying OnlyFans for the first time before the platform took off. So I was very unfamiliar with it, didn't really realize it would do well. I had maybe like 10K on YouTube, and I very quickly realized that was going to be a popular video. Like it started getting a lot of views. So I decided to make another similar video and it took off from there. But in the beginning, I seriously had no idea. I was just riding the wave. When you realize that a video does well and that's what your audience wants to watch, follow that, chase that, do it while you can, because if you wait too long, the wave isn't going to stick around. For a long time, my most viewed video was iMovie tricks that no one knows, and I kept meaning to make another one, part 2. I eventually did make a part 2, but I waited too long and it didn't do as well because the hype was gone. So ride the wave when you can. My next tip might sound a bit contradictory, but I promise it will make sense. While it's important in my mind when you're first starting out as a channel to make a ton of different videos to figure out what does well and then ride the wave when it does, once you get to a point where you start to feel comfortable in a category, really hone in on what's your brand. I could listen to my own advice here because I definitely love to make a wide variety of content, and in a way this holds me back, and I know that because I'm not going to grow as fast when someone is subscribed to me for crystal shopping or spirituality content. Now the sun's coming back out and it's getting too bright. But then I start posting vlogs, or if someone's subscribed for my OnlyFans videos, but I'm posting crystal shopping videos, or if someone likes my room makeover videos, but I'm posting crystal collections. Like my content varies a lot, and I've always tried to hone in on categories more, but I just like to make too many different things, and that's my choice. But I do know that it's harder to grow when your audience doesn't really understand exactly what they're subscribing for. But I don't want to limit myself to a category. So I know some creators have separate channels for different categories. I know some people are very great at just making one specific type of content, or if you're an air sign like me and you want a little bit of everything and you're indecisive, just create playlists. I try to keep everything organized on my YouTube channel, from money and financial advice, room makeovers, OnlyFans videos, spiritual crystal videos, but I try to keep it into one of those 4 categories. But I also love doing daily vlogs, and there's something I love to watch. So it's important to figure out what you enjoy making too. So don't be intimidated to try different styles until you figure out what works best for you, which ties into my next tip, which is do not be afraid to do the little things. Like the little details are so important. The genesis of your channel is so crucial. The foundation is so important. So take the time needed to come up with your username, to come up with your aesthetic, your brand, to fill out all of the information. Like a lot of people want to rush into big ideas, but it's okay to take the time to make the watermark that goes at the bottom of your videos, or to create the intro, you know? Like it's important to give the little things the attention that they deserve so that they can carry you on to bigger things, if that makes sense. Next tip, you can use up to 100 characters in your YouTube title, so take advantage of that. Fill that baby up. Right now, SEO keyword search, like what people are typing into Google, how to curl my hair, how to save money, how to make money online, like that is searchable. You want to make sure that your videos are searchable too. So when someone is searching how to start a YouTube channel in 2023, I want to make sure that my video shows up. SEO is pretty crucial right now with the algorithm. There are a few websites to help with this, but making sure that your title is searchable is literally the make or break point of a video doing well, because either people will discover your video or it's going to sit buried on YouTube forever. If I'm ever struggling with a title of my video, something that I do that's pretty helpful is I'll search my video title on YouTube and see what comes up, or if similar titles show up, then I will adjust mine, basically taking inspiration from other titles without copying the titles. So if I'm making a video about how to start a YouTube channel in 2023, I might search that on YouTube to see which videos pop up first and how they are organizing their title and take inspiration from that. But again, don't flat out copy someone else's YouTube video title. That's not going to get you anywhere, but it's a way to see what other people are doing that's working and how their video ended up being at the top of the search bar, because that's what you're going to go for. That's what you want. Off of the title, tags, keywords, hashtags, use all of them. I know right now hashtags and tags don't do as much as they used to, and I've read some comments or seen videos about how they're pretty much dead in the search engine, but I still use them because I want them to be keywords when someone is searching. The way that I use them is at the bottom of my description bar by commas. I'll do vlogger, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota vlogger, Minnesota YouTuber, because that identifies my category in terms of myself as a creator. But then for the video, I'll do how to start a YouTube channel, how to start a successful YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel in 2023, tips to start a YouTube channel. Like, I'll go on a tangent basically, so that if anyone is searching that term, hopefully my video shows up. When you upload a video to YouTube, you also have the option to add in tags, and I've seen some videos where people say that this doesn't really make a difference, but you never know. And there was a time when it did make a difference, so I still do use that tool just to cover all of my bases. I also use a website called Rapid Tags, where you put in the title of your video and it feeds you other tags that people are searching or titling similar videos to help with maximum SEO keyword search optimization, if that makes sense. I do this for every single video. I will type in how to start a YouTube channel in 2023. Rapid Tags will feed me all these other tags I can use. I copy them and I put them into my description box, and they usually help inspire me to think of more. But this kind of shows you what other titled videos, what people are searching based on other similar videos. Since we're talking about the process of uploading a video right now, the other important thing when you upload a new video is the thumbnail. The thumbnail is crucial. It is everything. Your thumbnail determines whether or not someone clicks on your video. So it's very important that it looks nice, it's crisp, it's clean, it's readable. If you have text, I remember there was a phase a few years ago where the thumbnails that did the best were the ones where you looked super shocked, you know, like all the thumbnails from bloggers were like and the title was like in all caps, like, he did what? That doesn't work anymore. I think right now what works the best is a very simple, clean, appealing thumbnail, and sometimes all lowercase or just, you know, proper spelling and grammar of a title. The more details, the better. The vlogging days where people would title, "He has a big surprise for me," or "She scared who?" Like, surprising my kid. Like, I just don't think those do as well anymore, and it's not clickbait, but it's a trend that's going out for sure. In terms of a thumbnail though, like, something that I have to think about is if I saw my own thumbnail on YouTube, would I click on the video? And most people look at the thumbnail before they decide to read the title. So make sure that you have text in your thumbnail that shows what the title is, because the way that people follow their eyes, or the way that their eyes follow an image, is they're going to look at the image first and then read it. Personally, I know this isn't like the best place to make thumbnails, but it's worked for me for years and it's been very adjustable with trends. I've used PicMonkey for thumbnails. I do pay for it, which is something my boyfriend laughed at me for. It's only $7.99 a month and it does everything you need. I would love to get more familiar with Procreate. I know a lot of creators use Procreate to help with their thumbnails. I sometimes, if I'm using photos in a thumbnail, I will use Tezza to get the correct filter that I want, and I used to use Lightroom as well when that was very trendy. And right now, overlaying layers is very trendy with thumbnails. You kind of notice that if you watch YouTube videos or if you've seen some of my videos where you will overlay your body with another image, with another. It looks almost scrapbooky, but that trend is pretty popular right now in terms of thumbnails. So again, similar to the title of my video, I'll search the video idea that I'm making to see how other people's thumbnails look and kind of replicate that look with my own photos, screenshots, images. And I do always pose for a thumbnail whether or not I'm going to use it. Like before I started filming this, I was posing so that I got it with good lighting, but I might take some photos on my phone as well. Oh my gosh, the sun is setting. We're losing it, guys. Obviously, you don't want to judge a book by its cover, but with YouTube videos, sometimes it really is all about the cover. If you have that one thumbnail or that one video that does really well, that blows up, that's going to bring in a good amount of audience, followers, subscribers, views, which is everything that, if you're trying to monetize your page still, would really help. Because now I know that YouTube implements the rule where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and what is it, like 10,000 minutes of watch time? I'm unfamiliar because that wasn't in place when I first started. It does kind of either discourage creators, but I know it can feel frustrating when you want to monetize and you're making quality content, but you might not be able to quite yet. But I promise, stick with it. I think TikTok right now really helps funnel in an audience. So if you're able to post consistently on YouTube, promote on other platforms, and just work on building that engagement and audience to the point where you do get to be able to monetize your platform, it'll really help. My next tip kind of ties into growing your page, so that's perfect, but always promote your video when you post one. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, cross promotion. Like, even if you just bring in one new viewer, one new subscriber, it makes a difference. It counts. Every time I post a video, I am posting that on my Instagram story with the link. I'm posting it on my Twitter. Back in the day, I used to post it on forum threads, community pages, Facebook groups, whatever you can think of. I try my best to cross promote on TikTok as well. I'm not the best at it yet, but I do know that TikTok can skyrocket a channel, a business, like overnight. So always doing your best to cross promote so that someone has an easier time finding your video, and then making sure that link is everywhere. It's searchable, it's clickable. YouTube algorithm will kind of figure out, you know, where is the majority of the audience coming from when they're watching this video, and you can see that in your analytics and figure out which platform is working the best for promoting. Not only that, but YouTube will push out your video if they see that more people are sharing it. So by sharing it on other platforms, it helps YouTube push out your video because I don't know, that sounds redundant, but sharing your video helps. My next tip is to be engaging with your audience, meaning reply to comments, listen to their advice or suggestions or requests. You want to build that relationship dynamic. If you are someone that a viewer knows replies to their comments, they're going to want to comment more, and you're going to start to recognize usernames and profile pictures and really start to feel connected to certain subscribers because you know that they are there for you. Like, I definitely have my core subscribers that I know comment on videos that I feel connected to because they always comment, and I love replying to them. But really listen to your audience. If someone has a video request, try your best to make it because you know that they will watch it. And if they're commenting it, I'm sure others are thinking it, but it just shows that you do listen to your audience as well when you make videos that they want to see. Not only that, but YouTube will also, again, the algorithm will push out your video if people are commenting on it, if you're responding, and if they respond to your response, they're clicking back to your video and the video is going to play as they reply. So it is like a win-win situation here. But beyond the benefits of like the algorithm side of it, the relationship side of it is so important. I just don't really vibe with the creators that feel like they're too good to talk to their audience, or that never take the time to respond, or just take it for granted, because I am always so thankful, and I do my best to say thank you for watching, thank you for sharing or commenting. Like, that is very important to keep in mind, because not only does it help with engagement and algorithm, but it helps start to establish relationships with your audience, and you may even make some great internet friends out of this. Even my trip to New York a few weeks ago, I was hanging out with my friend Abby, who I've known since like I started YouTube. We went on a double date with our boyfriends, and it came up where, I can't remember who, someone asked how we met, and we were like, oh my gosh, like YouTube back in the day. She found my channel when I was just a small YouTuber. She's a great friend to this day, and I was able to hang out with her the week I was in New York. So I'm really grateful for the friends that I've made through YouTube, and I just think it's so cool to know that some of my friends, like Jan even, who if you've been here a while, you know, I found her, I think when I watched her high school graduation video, like her vlog, and now we're in our late 20s. It's crazy, but it's really cool. Okay, this next tip is going to sound a little corny, but be yourself. Don't try to mimic a creator or put on a character or put up a front. People are honestly going to see right through it, so be authentic, because people can also tell when you're being authentic too, and it makes the biggest difference. What's awesome about YouTubers is everyone's personalities are just so different, and we applaud that. Like, how boring would it be if every single YouTuber acted the same on camera? Or if they all had the same vibe or trends or fashion statements? It'd just be horrible. Everyone would just be the same, or just try to be a knockoff of a different creator. And I notice it when I watch creators that I know look up to other creators. I can see them mimicking them, or saying the same intro, or having the exact same living room or bedroom layout. Like, there's nothing that irks me more than seeing a YouTuber's bedroom that looks exactly like another YouTuber's bedroom. I don't know, just my unpopular opinion or hot take, but be authentic, be yourself. That's what's going to make you really stand out on YouTube, and that's what's going to make someone want to subscribe, because you're not like the other girls. Because you're not like the other creators. And whenever I'm talking to a friend and they're asking me if I watch so-and-so on YouTube, something that I notice people say a lot is, oh, she's just so different, or oh, she's so real, or oh, she's just like nobody else that I've watched before. Like, those are the creators that when someone talks to me about, I'm like, huh, I want to look her up. Don't try to be like any creators, just be yourself. All right, moving on to the money side of things. Here are my biggest tips for monetizing, growing your platform, sponsorships, all of that. So obviously, make sure that all of your videos are monetized once you are approved for monetization. I don't know if they automatically turn on. Some of my videos automatically are not monetized, or they need to be reviewed. So going through your content in the YouTube studio space and making sure everything is monetized, first step. One of the biggest things to look at is your RPM and your CPM. This is clicks per thousand. It's how you're getting paid. You get paid a certain amount per 1,000 views. This amount is different for everyone, as well as every video. It's kind of frustrating because it's like we all have different pay rates or salaries, and some genres or categories make a lot more than others. I've noticed that all of my financial videos have a higher RPM, whereas my daily vlogs have the lowest. And I think a lot falls into this, like watch time, length of the video, engagement, and sometimes it is just the category as to what that video is or how searchable it is. Like the SEO comes into play here, but you can see in the analytics which videos have the highest RPM. So trying to figure out which category does the best financially, and then being able to make more underneath that category to bring up your overall RPM. And then of course, another way to make sure that your RPM is as high as possible, do your best to have family-friendly videos. Don't use profanity, try not to swear. I've heard that if you swear in vlogs, your RPM will lower. And if you have any strikes on your channel as well, that puts you at risk. But just keeping everything family friendly, engaging in your comments, sharing your videos, liking it, and being consistent will all help boost your RPM. In terms of brand deals, so sponsorships will find you via email, at least the legitimate ones will. So make sure that your business email is in the description box as well as linked on your YouTube channel. Sometimes legitimate brand deals will reach out via Instagram, so make sure you have other platforms listed as well. But you want to make sure it's easy for them to contact you. And then when responding to brands, you want to be business professional. None of the hey girl smiley face emoji. Like, if you want them them to pay you what you deserve, be professional. People already don't think influencers are professional in a lot of situations, so just trying to be as business professional as you can to get the respect that you deserve. It kind of sucks that you have to, but I don't know, fight for the amount of money that you deserve to. Do not get taken advantage of by, I could talk for hours about this, but so many small creators will get taken advantage of in terms of sponsorship, ads, money, rates. Don't do anything for free either when they're like, oh, well, we can't pay you, but we're giving you the free product. Sometimes if I really want the product, I will do this, but then I'm not going to give them like a sponsored dedicated video. It's a gift at that point, so I will treat it as a gift. If it's a sponsored video, they will always try to lowball you. Not always, but for the most part. So just making sure that you give rates that you know you deserve, and I can go into depth on this more. You can reach out and tell me your numbers and ask like, hey, what do you think I should be able to charge for this? A lot of brands will try to save money by using influencers and paying them for a brand deal rather than paying for like a commercial because it's cheaper. But you don't want to be taken advantage of either and creating a sponsored video for $100 when you really deserve like 600. And in the beginning, like you see $50 and you're like, oh my God, like yeah. But usually you can charge a lot more than that, and they just assume that you won't know that. But you do. You can also advocate for yourself when you're looking for brand deals. Back in the day, I would use websites like Grapevine, Octoly, IntelliFluence. There were a few others. Basically, they're hubs where creators can join and be matched with brands. I don't think this is as popular or as needed today. I think the best bet is to honestly use the products organically, tag them organically, say that you love their company, especially on TikTok, you know, and then a brand will notice and you can say like, I'd love to work with you, or let me know if you have any campaigns in the future. I'd love to participate. And creating that relationship and dynamic and trust between a brand gets you a lot further than tagging them in a story and saying, sponsor me, haha, because it's not gonna work. Also, it's important to remember that behind these accounts or these business emails are real people, and most of them are probably around your age, like just getting started in the work industry, or there have been so many people that I found online or friends that I know that work in marketing management. One of my really good friends for a while was the person that paired creators with brand deals, and she's my age. Well, at the time she was 24, but she was my age at the time. When you're responding to these emails, you know, there is a real person on the other side, so treat them with respect. If you have a great experience working with a brand, they'll remember you. I have a lot of companies that I go back to or work with again because the first or second or third experience was wonderful. I'm reliable. They know that the campaign's gonna go like smoothly. They can count on me. And at the end of a campaign or sponsorship, I always say thank you. It was a pleasure working together. Like, please keep me in the loop if any future opportunities arise. Like, I love your brand. Or you never know like where the person that you're working with for a campaign may work next. So they may remember you. They might be an assistant or someone working in marketing for a small business, but in a few years, they might work for Casetify and remember that you were a pleasure to work with and reach out. So having that respect and trust and good dynamic in the work field of what you do is very important. I guess on the flip side of that, they also remember if you were not nice to work with. For the sake of the same example, let's say when they worked at a small business skincare company, you weren't the most reliable or professional, or the video wasn't what they asked for, and then a few years later they're working at Casetify and your name pops up, but they remember what it was like to work with you, you're not gonna get chosen for that new campaign. So always do your best not to judge someone for where they are, and remember there is a human on the other side of that email, and they also see your face. You're a YouTuber. They see what you look like, they see your personality. So if you're fake on camera, which I don't recommend, they're gonna see how you really act in the emails. So just be kind, be nice, and it'll get you a lot further in life, I promise. I think the most important tip though, in terms of like money and sponsorships though, is you cannot do it for the cash. Do not chase the cash. Do not do it for the money. If you are starting a channel solely because you want to make money, you're not gonna make it. Like, you really have to love it, like I said, to be successful. You have to put in the hard work and the sweat, and I cannot tell you how many nights I have stayed up all night editing a video to get it up by morning, or when I've turned down social events because I wanted to edit a video or I needed to film. And not everyone will understand that, you know, if you're like, oh, I wish I could go, but I have to film a haul. You know, not everyone's gonna get that. I do my best to film within work hours so I can keep my social life on the same track as the typical 9-to-5 friends that I have. If you want it to be a job, you have to treat it like one, you know? So put in the work, put in the hours, but you have to put in the love too. As your channel organically grows and you follow what you love, the money will follow. But you can't chase the money and have everything else follow behind that, if that makes sense. The money is just a perk, you know? Do what you love. I firmly believe that there is a way to earn money doing what you love. You just gotta find it. And it might not start out that way, but if you love doing something, there is a way to monetize it. If you got it, monetize it. You gotta be creative, you gotta give it a shot. That's something I also love helping people with too, is if I have a friend who's just like, oh my gosh, I love like making friendship bracelets, or my biggest hobby is thrifting. There are so many ways to monetize your hobbies. Like if you love something, you can make money, and people will see the passion like beaming off of you, and that's what makes creators different. Or TikTok videos, like if you see someone passionate about something, the subject lights up and you're able to engage and listen to them more. I don't know, just my thoughts, but those are the biggest tips that I have written down for how to start a successful YouTube channel in 2023. Basically, the biggest takeaway though is to be consistent, be yourself, don't do it for the money, do what you love, and make every single video idea that you can think of, because you never know which one will take off. Also make friends, be nice, engage with your audience, and don't be fake or think that you're better than anybody else because you have a YouTube channel. Honestly, I didn't have a YouTube channel for the longest time because I was so afraid that people in high school would make fun of me, because the girls that did have YouTube channels in high school got made fun of. So I think that era is over, but when I was in high school in like 2010 to 2014, YouTube wasn't cool. Filming down and saying, hey guys, welcome to my channel, like that was made fun of. And I think we've come a long way. I also think Gen Z has vetoed influencers, and everyone has the accessibility to blow up on TikTok. If you're passionate about making vlogs, I love watching vlogs. I love Sunday reset videos. I love watching people like get their life together because it makes me feel like my life is put together. I love watching Amazon hauls. Even though I don't support Amazon as much, I do like seeing what other people have found on Amazon. I love watching travel vlogs because it inspires me to travel, or if I'm going to that city, I have some ideas as to what I want to do. The platform is really endless, and I think there's more than enough space for everyone on the platform, but just do what you love and everything else will follow, and it won't happen overnight, but the faster you rise, the faster you fall. You don't want that. You don't want the overnight rise to fame because it's not going to stay. You know, you want to build an audience over time so that you have those people that can say, oh my gosh, I've been with you since the pink and green bedroom. I've been with you since your dorm days. I've been with you since the breakup. Like, those are the people that will stick around, not the people that found your viral video one night, subscribed, but don't know anything about you. I feel like I rambled a lot, but hopefully this was helpful, and don't be afraid to start. I know that the beginning can feel intimidating, but just do it. Don't be afraid to reach out on Instagram or in the comments down below for more advice or if you need anything. But I hope that this helped, and congratulations on starting your channel. It's so exciting. You never know where this may take you, and I would definitely not be here today without my YouTube channel. It's been such a fun hobby and outlet and passion of mine, and a way for me to connect and make friends. Like, my whole life would be different if I didn't start this channel back in 2015, and I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, it's 4:56. And the sun is down. I mean, it's still out a little bit, thank God, but it's dark. So I'm gonna go, but I'll see you real soon with my next video. Bye.